Hi, everyone. How are you? How are you? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know. Has anyone checked on Aiden? Well, apparently they're canceling all kinds of events with him. People's PR are coming out and saying, yeah, girl, absolutely not. Sir, sir, can you all hear me? Welcome, everyone. Can you hear me? I've been trying to go live now for the last 3 minutes, so I don't know if I'm live. It says live now, but who knows? I'm not going to say anything until I see a one. All right, good. Loud and clear. All right, this is going to be a quick live, hopefully. It's going to be a quick live. I am. I am here. Thank you all for being here with me. Um, There's some things that I want to say in the beginning, but I don't want to hold you all up too much tonight. So I'm just going to hit the intro, get it, and get right into it. Let's do that. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's get into this. I we talked about this yesterday. Like, I like the study of human behavior both on a psychological and a sociological level. I told you all one of my majors in undergrad uni was sociology. And I took a couple psychology courses, but I'm not here to, I can't diagnose, and I don't plan on diagnosing anyone, but I see patterns and I like tracking patterns. And something that 2 hours before I came live, I started writing about the um, Latham, Van Latham, and the Rachel issue, because my take on this earlier today, I think, was very different than it is now. Now I am thinking through what happened to Van Latham in the same way that there are certain white folks that, as soon as you start talking about anything racial, they become very defensive, and white men in particular, um, in the way that they say that they are under attack, right? Can you give background? No, yeah, yeah. No. I'm just speaking generally. You'll get what I'm saying. I promise you'll get what I'm saying when it comes. I promise. It's not necessary. I'm speaking generally. So I now understand that when black men hear a critique of certain kinds of black men, even though they claim themselves to be the good one, the good men, they somehow lump themselves in with whatever critique is happening. I think it's the same way we talk about systemic power, and white men who have the most amount of political, social, and economic power in America are feeling threatened. I think it is that I I'm recognizing this pattern where people who have power in a system, whenever there is a critique of the system or the power, they feel attacked. And the reason they feel attacked is because they benefit from the system, right? And if you benefit from a system, it's very difficult to do the kind of introspective work to make the system better for other people involved. Someone said guilty by association. Yes. And by because of benefit. So as I re-listen to this clip that we're about to watch, let me put it on the screen. As I re-listen to Van Latham, in real time, he admits that he was being emotional. In this clip that we're about to watch, Van Lathan admits that he's being emotional. And I think we should do something with that. I will attempt to do something with that. I will attempt to understand or try to understand where he's coming from. Right? I'll try to understand where he's coming from. And instead of dragging him for the position that is a horrid, just like weird position to have, we can look at it in the context of a society that he feels attacked in while also benefiting from. Because let's be very clear, if we think he's the good black man, if we think he's the good man, he benefits from there being bad men. And so, comparatively, even if he's not individually in isolation outside of comparison, just by standard, not a good guy, comparatively he is. And when the thing that you're being compared to is worse than you look like a better option. And I do think there is a part of this that allows the good guy to defend the bad guys. That's kind of my general idea around why good guys defend bad guys outside of being afraid, right? Okay. So for those who don't know, these two, Rachel and Van, they have a podcast. And they're at the section of the podcast where they're discussing the Aiden Dolce situation and glasses. It is in this conversation that Rachel is going to express herself in a very open, meaningful, honest, and statistically significant way. And Van is going to crash out for absolutely no reason. And he's going to own that it is for no reason, hit dog and all that. So we'll play it, we'll watch, and then we'll analyze.
Donnie.
Oh, sorry. We've been really taking. Have we allowed Donnie to say anything?
Donnie spoke earlier.
Sorry, Donnie.
Yeah, I chimed in. I just haven't intro the topics. I feel like y'all been flowing. We don't have to break up the flow. We can continue with y'all, doing it yourselves
Okay, cool.
naturally.
Wait, what do you mean? What is the Dolce situation? They're about to explain it. It's fine. They're about to explain it. We did a live last night on it. I'm just assuming everyone is caught up, but they're about to explain it. So if you don't know, they'll explain it. I won't.
I was really interested to see what you thought about this one. Aiden Ross, obviously gigantic streamer, one of the biggest. Recently named in a lawsuit along with Drake and DJ Academics over some.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We were supposed to talk about
Is
that.
it botting or I don't know if it was botting. Like whatever was going on with the state thing, we should probably cover that. Maybe we'll get to that on Thursday. But Aiden Ross is into it with a friend of the podcast, Glasses Malone. Aiden Ross is going back and forth with Doechii. Doechii in a song called Girl Get Up that features SZA addressed Aiden Ross and called him an industry plant. Ross,
No, she didn't call him an industry plant. She addresses being referred to as an industry plant.
So she didn't call him an industry plant.
No, there's really no back and forth. It's really just Aiden talking to him
indirectly. This is Ross. Okay, I haven't heard the song. Okay, I haven't heard.
It's really good.
You like the song? I haven't heard the song. Love Doechii. Haven't heard the record. Okay. But then Aiden Ross came out with a diss track of his own, and then dissed Doechii on a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I know Van is saying he likes Doechii. I heard him. To not have listened to the song while making claims about what the song does in reference to Aiden feels like weird behavior. Like, it almost feels like he doesn't actually like Doechii. Like, it doesn't make sense to not have listened to those. I don't know. This is not my critique of him. I'm just realizing he said he's not heard the song. That's weird behavior. That's weird behavior. Hey, Brianna. It's weird behavior. And then there's the added layer of this is your job and you're reporting on this, but you don't know the context. Also feels odd. That's my take.
Play that.
I'm going about Dochi tomorrow, but I ain't gonna have that dumb fat bitch. Sorry, she's not fat. That dumb bitch, that fucking botted fucking bitch. Dude, that fucking stupid smelly whore. She dropped from
Stop talking about the black
I
queen.
don't give a fuck about none of that. Yo, let me tell you something right now.
You're mad because she made it. No bots.
Look at her monthly listeners right now. That bitch went from 60 million to fucking 20 million.
She blew up.
For what? From
Making
what?
music.
Cradling cock and balls? Like, what are you talking
Yo,
about?
why am I not live, bro?
Okay, so Glasses Malone, who we know, who we've interviewed, who our audience has had, a divisive response to. He has come to Dochi's defense. And it's kind of started to get serious. Play a little bit of what Glasses had to say about Aiden Ross saying the stuff that he said about Dochi.
Adrian, I'm glad you brought that up. I saw that nigga Aiden talking shit about Dochi. There's no way you gonna think this cool. There's no way you think this gonna be cool.
You can't do that.
You thinking you popping and talking shit about that sister? I'm gonna fuck what she said to that art. You keep calling her names, bro. I swear to God on Olivia, bro. It's going to come to a place where that's like it's permanent. You can't take that off. AD let you get away with it the first time. He should have fucked you around and he didn't. Niggas keep letting you get it off because they want to be cool with you. It's one thing to say, hey man, you know what? That lady ain't said your name, so you assuming it, you finna start calling her out her name. I'm telling you right now, 7th Street Crit, nigga not going for that. It ain't even got nothing to do with TDE. Eventually, you just a white man talking shit about this sister.
So I spoke with Glasses.
Oh, nice.
I call Glasses. Me and Glasses talk pretty regularly, but I spoke with Glasses. And I told Glasses that it would be a shame if he put his freedom on the line for Aiden Ross. And you know what? I didn't really mean it. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Did you say that part to Glasses after you said it? And then you were like, wait a second.
I did. I didn't really mean it.
Mhm.
And let me tell you guys what I'm talking about here. You are looking at an anti-violence person. You're looking at somebody right now who believes that we should be able to talk. We should be able to have conversations. I'm saying I have a perfect pass with this. And we should be able to get our ideas out and go back and forth without anything else happening. But my question is this, man. And this is for everybody listening. What you want us to do? Like what you want us to do? Like there are people that are operating inside of Black culture. They are coming up off Black culture. They are participating in areas of Black culture. And they are doing some of the most demeaning, degrading, despicable things to that culture. You are not having a conversation with a pure vessel of this. You're not. You're talking to a guy who worked at TMZ for 9 years, a place that did a lot of that same type of shit. But while I was there, do you know what I tried to do? I'll say this over and over and over again. I tried to protect the Black cultural perception inside of TMZ. I tried to be a voice for our culture inside of there. I care deeply and love Black people. What are we to do with people that are operating inside of this, or at least tangential to it, and being so disrespectful to things that we, not perfectly, not altruistically, but energetically value? If you want to have a whole conversation about whether or not we've valued Black women enough, I'm here for it. If you want to have a whole conversation about whether our devaluing of Black women has led to other people thinking that they can do that, I'm here for it. If we want all of these conversations, but fuck all that. We talking about right now in the here and the now, and not just this, but with other things. When we've said, yo, man, could you please not say that? Yo, man, could you please not do this? Yo, we don't appreciate this. Is another joint where Aiden Ross is giving some dude permission to say the N-word, saying you don't have to apologize.
Another
for saying
white
the N-word.
man permission to say the N-word.
So, like, what I'm saying is, like, what are we supposed to do? Because what it's.
By the way, I'm with him. I'm like on board with his analysis right now. Mind you, in his own speech, he articulates that he's on board with a conversation that is around whether or not there was an allowance of this kind of behavior from someone external to the group because of how people operated within Black community and ushering this man in to disrespect Black women. He said he was here for that conversation just now. Okay.
Seems like, and this is the last little nugget I'll give, what it seems like is this. It seems like the way to get on as a white streamer is to get on your stream and call the entire community pussy. To say that your cultural rules don't matter, your values don't matter. None of that stuff matters. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and y'all not gonna do nothing. I get it. We can't stop these rappers that are next to Aiden Ross from going on and disrespecting the culture and disrespecting Black women. It would be super awesome if Drake said something about this. It would be super awesome if the guys who are right next to him said something about this, but they can't. So they won't, should I say. So outside of this, what you want us to do? You know what used to happen? What used to happen is guys like Glasses, guys that sometimes we criticize and we don't like for the thing.
Mind you, within this articulation, he's pulling in other men and rappers who are around Aiden that is allowing this disrespect, right? Even Glasses pointed out that he, if he could not get to Aiden, would check the Black men around Aiden.
Things that they say, they would see you disrespecting somebody granny on the street and they would smack the fuck out of you. That's what used to happen. And that's the way cavemen deal with shit. But what the fuck you want us to be? We're attempting to be gentlemen and you won't respect it. So like if you don't respect a gentleman, you create a caveman. So what the fuck do you want? What you want him to do? Can you please stop calling our sister a fat, smelly bitch? Can you please, brother? Can you please stop? No? Okay, now what?
So I agree with you. And as you said, we've had Glasses on this podcast, and you know I don't agree with everything Glasses says. But I agreed with every word he said when he was talking to Trap. I mean, every single word. I thought the funniest, and I'm with you, I don't condone violence. I thought the funniest thing he said was, oh, you're going to run and call the cops? The cops come after the crime.
Yeah. He always say that, though. I think I don't give a fuck about the police.
I don't follow him enough to say
he don't give a fuck about the police.
That actually made me laugh out loud. But a part of this that is missing is, and it goes to, because that energy that you have obviously should be for the Aiden Rosses and the Neons and what other streamers have built up their audience by degrading the Black community and particularly Black women. All that energy should be for them, but that's equal energy for all the people who have empowered and supported and uplifted the Aiden Rosses that have allowed them to feel comfortable enough to insert themselves in our culture in order to justify degrading a woman, and then know that a Black man is going to have his back by shitting on another Black man and then saying, I'll go ahead and call the other one on your behalf. And that's whack 100. So when you're throwing in the Young Thugs and the Kodak Blacks and the Drakes or the athletes like an Antonio Brown who are sitting next to Aiden Ross while he continues to shit on Black people and okay it and normalize it. Aiden Ross doesn't feel like this because he's white. Aiden Ross feels like this because he has the support. Maybe there's some Black women, I haven't seen it, but particularly from Black men in order to do this. I'm sorry, I just gave you a list.
Why is he stressed out? Why is he stressed out? Sorry, I know what I said I need to be doing at this point, and I will do it in a moment, but it is insane that you're stressed out right now. There is no way Aiden Ross, if black men around Aiden wanted him to stop, he would have stopped. Rachel is not incorrect in her assessment. Every time we see Aiden dragging Doechii, there was a black man there in these recent videos, and black men coming out defending him. I'm sorry, why is Van Lathan stressed out about what Rachel is saying? Like, I'm confused why he's like, oh my God, not again, not again. Yes, again. Absolutely, yes, again. Like, I'm confused. Why are you stressed? You didn't want to hear that part? You did not want to hear the part where the reason an Aiden Ross exists in the black community, disrespecting black women in the black community, is because black men around him allowed it, and another black man had to step up to the plate and check him so that the rest of the black men online could come together and say, you know what, we're standing behind Glasses instead of Aiden Ross. Where a lot of the black men were standing. Before Glasses came out, myself and maybe a handful of other black men were out here saying this is not right. Most black men, all of them that we saw publicly, were still over there. Aiden Ross just came out and said a high-profile basketball player canceled an event with him because of the PR around this. So yes, black men were promoting Aiden Ross. The rappers did it, the streamers did it, DJ Academics did it. Like, what do you mean? You said you were sitting there waiting for Drake. Why were you waiting for Drake? Because in a lot of y'all mind, Drake is black, and he ain't. But in a lot of y'all mind, he is. These rappers put him, Aiden, I was going to say Jaden, Aiden on. Black women are on our own. Keep these convos going. Yeah.
I actually, I'm
like,
sorry. And I'm going to make this particular, and I'm going to go back to WAC 100, which is what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
What of a part of this that is missing when
Also, Rachel, girl, do not get off your square because this man is stressing out. Let him stress out over there, then continue what you were saying. Let that man stress out by himself and continue what you were saying. Because what he's doing, and I don't know why he's mad, when what she's saying is what Glasses was saying.
Aiden Ross has continuously degraded black women. Cardi, Doechii, Meg, the list goes on and on and on. You in the clip that was just played, he called Doechii smelly. He took back fat. He called her dumb. He called her a bitch. All of these things, right?
I'm starting to wonder if some of the dudes who traded on Aiden are scared to get pressed by Glasses and wouldn't have traded if this wouldn't blow. Yeah, no. That's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. Aiden has been doing this for a year. For a year, Aiden has been doing this. And there has been black men still platforming him, still hanging out with him, still kicking it with him, and definitely not checking him. There were still black men defending him against Glasses. Yes, black men allowed this. I'm very confused why some black men did this. Like, I don't know why Van Lathan is sitting there like, oh my God, not black men again, not this again, not you bashing black men again. Like, what? No, there were men, black, who allowed Aiden to do this. Like, I don't know. What's your problem? I don't know why you're stressed.
And this isn't a one-off. He continuously does this. He does this in this clip. He does it while he's sitting next to a black man. Doechii comes out with a song, never calls Adin Ross by name. She just references being called an industry plant. He takes that as, oh, she's directly talking about me, because as in that clip, he calls her a bot, and he's saying that she's an industry plant. There's no way she's not successful, that she was able to get the accolades that she has, and the followers and the money and the attention and all of that. So he thinks, oh, she must be talking about me. So he comes out with this diss song. What happens? Glasses Malone, as he should, is like, shut the fuck up and let me tell you why, and don't ever talk this way again. And if you do, I promise it's going to be exactly how he says in that clip. Adin Ross calls Whack 100 somebody of the culture.
Now, why y'all playing in my face? Now, why would y'all say you like the stream? How is 91% of y'all saying you like the stream? There's 400 of y'all in here and 100 likes. Y'all play entirely. Y'all play entirely. Y'all play entirely too much.
And says, hey, man, this guy Glasses, who Whack 100 then explains who Glasses is. This guy Glasses and Trap are talking about me. I need you to have my back. Whack 100 is like, don't fucking pay attention to Trap. He ain't nobody. Okay, so Adin Ross is laughing at him. So now I don't know anything about Trap, but he's shitting on this black man and then allowing Adin Ross to do the same thing, which he does when he gets off the phone with Whack 100, and then he allows his audience to do it. So again, he is normalizing the behavior to belittle the black community, black men, black women, then says, oh, I'll Glasses is family, I'll go ahead and talk to him. In no way in that conversation does Whack 100 hold Adin Ross accountable for how he's talked about Doechii. He doesn't even ask, hey, why does Glasses have a problem with you? What's the deal? In no way he takes the word of Adin over everybody else. Of course, Adin feels like he can do all the things that he's done. Of course, he feels like he can insert himself to the culture because the culture continues to back him up. And so if we're going to have this energy for Adin, we got to have this energy for everybody who continues to answer his phone calls and have his back, for everybody who's going to sit next to him in a stream. Everybody can get it because the Adin Rosses are created by the support of the people in the culture who allow him to do this. Sorry, it's the truth and you know it. So whether it's a black man, a black woman, anybody who allows this to happen we should all be getting the same energy.
If it was a black woman, we wouldn't be talking about it like this. We'd be finding ways
all
to
right.
excuse it.
Well, then fuck every.
If it were a black woman, yes, we would. I'm so confused. The thing is, he's saying he stands with Glasses, and yet he's trying to attack her position that is the same position as I'm so confused. This, by the way, is the good guy. I'm confused as to what the problem is. Adin does not exist without the help of black men. Adin does not exist without the help of black men. What's confusing about that? I'm confused why Hat is confused. I have listed the culture on eBay for action. I don't understand. Why are you mad? You just didn't want to be called out. Got it. Because that doesn't make sense. I'm explaining again why it is that he does not want to be called out. Mind you, Rachel didn't say anything that Glasses didn't already say. Nothing new was said by Rachel. Even Glasses is like, I am going to check those black men around you if I can't get to you. What does that say about the black men around Adin? They're enablers. They're enabling him. What do you mean? I'm confused.
Everything else I just said.
Yeah, I'm not saying fuck everything you're saying. What I'm saying is this. Number one,
that's not the point.
I'm not making that the point. In this situation right here, the point that's being made right here is how fucked up the black men are. I did not glaze over that. But in this situation, it is a black man that is standing up for black women. It is.
Yes, it is a black man standing up for black women where other black men let a white man come in and disrespected black women, allowed it and are defending it. I'm sorry, why are you confused? Oh, you want us to focus on the black man defending black women, which I think we should, but ignore the causal connection between this white man dragging black women and black men allowing that to happen for over a year and defending it, sitting up in streams with him, adding to it. Like, I'm confused. Why are you confused? You can do both. You can talk about the cause for why Aiden is allowed to do this, and then talk about what Glasses is doing to prevent it from happening. Oh, you just want us to focus on Glasses. Mind you, no other black man came out this way to check him for so long, for over a year. And if they did, I apologize, I haven't seen them. Even for me, who did come out last year, and I now need to find this video, telling y'all this hate train towards Doechii is weird because they're attacking her for things beyond her music. I now need to find that stream, do I? And even I am like, yeah, she's right. We were the black men. I was one of the black men saying, no, this is not okay. We can't do this. This is bad. And I agree with Rachel that there wasn't black men out here doing it. Because 1, 2, 3, that's not enough. We needed a voice with a microphone like Glasses to come out and do what he needed to do. I'm so confused as to why. Like, you had your podcast. Where were you? Van Lathan, where were you when Aiden was dragging her? Where were you? No, you were nowhere to be found. Got it. And Van said the same thing 5 minutes before. Yeah. And he said he's willing to have the conversation that Rachel is now having. And now he's mad that Rachel is having the conversation he literally just said he's willing to have. Ultimate girl, absolutely not. Because I don't think there should be hate towards Venus and her wedding, but I can understand why. I can understand why, because if we gonna call everyone a bum, I'm gonna call her. No, let me leave that. Y'all keep bringing up Venus Williams, and I'm trying to stay away from talking about Venus Williams. I am truly, with everything in me, is trying to stay away from talking about Venus. There is nothing that I have for her husband besides the drag. I promise you that much. There is nothing please don't bring up Venus Williams. There's nothing I have for her husband besides the drag. If we're gonna do it, honestly, I would prefer. You know what? Let me not say what I would prefer. Just know that it's not a thing that I'm in celebration of. I know for a lot of people, all you have to be is white, and that's it. I know that's where it's not. No, absolutely not. If you're going to date out, why you date that? Like, ain't nobody got time for that, girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. The idea that multimillionaire men are out here looking for dark-skinned black women to marry is weird. She married a model. Are we just gonna pretend like she not support? Girl, she married a model. Y'all play entirely too much. Oh, I'm not saying she needed someone on her level. Let her make her mistakes. Yes. And that's what I would say for all of these women in Hollywood. But it seems like we just completely get amnesia and we don't let. It feels like there's a defense of her in this chat, my chat now, because the man is white. And I'm going to be very clear. The same energy I have for marrying down intra-racially is the same energy I have for marrying interracially. My standard does not change. So when you say let her make her mistake, you brought it up. I did not bring this up. You brought it up and asked an opinion on it. No, I'm not. It's not that I'm mad. It's just like you can't bring something up, ask for my opinion. I give my opinion. You don't like my opinion, and then say leave the topic alone. Can we secure an EU passport and a boy tour? Yeah, here's the thing. I'm actually down for her. This is why I don't talk about it. If she's like, oh, I saw that model on the runway, let me get him, let me get that. Period. Do your thing. I'm here for it. I'm just not going to celebrate that. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. Like, do you, girl, but I'm not engaging with that. The man broke, girl, and she that gonna provide. If this were a black man, people would be dragging him. Like I would be dragging him too. Like, so I'm not gonna change because it's a white man. ASAP Rocky richer than that man, and we drag ASAP for being with Rihanna on purely finances before. I'm not gonna lower the standard for a white man. Like, wait, what? No. A little something for coffee. Oh, thank you. I'm drinking matcha lemonade right now. Okay, you're not poor, but I'm being messy. I'm being messy. I'm slightly being messy. I'm sorry. But, you're right. All right, let's get back to this.
Is a black man that is standing up for black women. It is a black man, and I will say a black man that a lot of other times we ain't got no use for, not pure enough for us, not perfect enough for us, don't work for us, got too many bad opinions. But when you need somebody to go in somebody's mouth over something, that's the type of nigga you gonna call. That's the kind of guy that's gonna do that, right? Because a lot of your other suit wearing guys not gonna do that. Is a black man that's standing up for a black woman. We are having this conversation because a black man said enough. Now, if we want to have another conversation where we talk about all of the insufficiencies and the weaknesses that exist in black men, that is.
Okay, mind you, this is the same response, again, white men engage with when you bring up racism, right? It's this, I feel attacked. He feels attacked as a black man when you're getting to the root cause of why Aiden exists. And that's so weird. Like, no, yeah, I do like Rachel's face here. Like, girl, if you don't get yourself together, like, she's so over him. He's aware enough to point out that he's emotional at this point. And it's okay that you are emotional. It is okay to be reflexive in the moment and then catch yourself. The issue is after you catch yourself, why are you doubling down? You should pull back and say, you know what? You are right. The reason Aiden exists in the community is because black men did not gatekeep and they let him in and supported him in his degeneracy. Something Van Lathan was willing to talk about himself, that Glasses is talking about, and that they all agree with. They all agree. He's just like going berserk for absolutely no reason. Everyone in that room with them agrees on the position, and Van is just taking this to a very strange place that he does not have to go here. He does not have to go there. Yeah, he's triggered. And again, it is okay to be triggered. When I heard some of the conversation happening around black manhood, I was triggered. But it took time to sit down, research, and understand what is actually happening, and maybe figure out the causal mechanism. The truth is, A bunch of black men allowed Aiden to feel tough. A bunch of black men defended Aiden. A bunch of black men sat around while Aiden was telling another man, white man, to say the N-word and not apologize for saying the N-word, and actually telling him that saying the N-word is okay so long as he doesn't say it on stream. That was what Aiden was doing out in these streets with black men around him, continuing to support him. So yes, black men. Now, are there black women around him? Oh, they're going to get dragged too, because what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? The problem is we didn't see black women around Aiden supporting Aiden. By the time Sexy Red was all up in Aiden's business, Aiden was already a big streamer paying rapper women to sleep with him. Allegedly, girl. I wasn't there. Darker skinned black women making 150K have to marry down. Let's be honest. Ain't no woman have to marry down. Zero women have to marry down. Zero. There are zero women who have to marry down. Unless we're in a culture that forces you to get married, you ain't got to marry down. You can choose to be single. You can choose to be single. You can choose to date out and up. And if you go marry down anyway, girl, why? Look, I don't get it. I thought people were like, I'm going to go get pasta and lobster. So the fact that y'all out here providing for, I can't say that. The fact that y'all, black women deciding that they gonna go provide for white men instead of black men is wild. Mind you, I'm saying don't provide for anyone. That is my stance. My stance is as a woman in a patriarchy that actually makes it very difficult for you to move up politically, socially, economically, importantly, economically. Someone said it's Red Lobster. Like, it's already that difficult. Why are you adopting another child? Oh, she's rich. She can do that. And you know what? She went out of my tax bracket. So if she want to get a boy toy, I'm down for it. But don't expect me to be sitting up here celebrating for some foolishness, girl. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time, girl. What's her name? Well, Halle Berry did the same thing, went and married a model. Halle Berry went out there and married a model. And I'm sitting there like, all right, girl, get your boy toy. They're like, oh, wait, she ain't got no prenup. Oh, wait, they had a child. Oh, wait, she has to pay child support now. Please get out of my face. Please. Please, guys. What do you mean? What do you mean? You have you gonna have to pay child support because the man don't want to work. Y'all gonna have children and go pay child support, girl. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Zero people. I do not have time for it. Halle didn't marry him. Still gotta pay him. Still gotta pay him. Thankfully, there was no spousal support then. Still gotta pay him.
Completely okay. I was not going to discuss that without talking about the fact that.
Sorry, I'm invested in the conversation now. We know other races of men are race loyal or pick Asian women. So is the argument to then marry out but marry down? We know other races of women in response to her marrying down financially, you're saying we know that they. By the way, production inquiry, please note that I'm just doing this as a exercise, and you know I love you, girl, love you, Dawn. It is what it is. But if the argument here, oh, we know other race or race loyal and marry Asian women in response to marrying down when you marry out. Like, can you finish that thought for me, please? Like, can you Can you finish that thought? So what does that mean? What does that mean? Themis, Candy Barris married down. I had never heard you speak about that. Well, I'm not saying that's a lie, that you have never heard me speak about that, but I've been dragging Tad ever since he walked on that scene and said Candy wasn't, essentially he wasn't attracted to Candy. I have been dragging Todd. To be fair, I've never made a dedicated video to him. But he pops up every now and then and gets dragged. And then I pointed out that Candy is smart for having a prenup. But even the prenup can be thrown out. But yeah, no, wait, is the argument now that I'm defending black men and mad because this other man is white? Is my chat? Yeah, wait. Oh wait, is my chat really sitting here saying that I am defending black men and dragging white men because of who I want black women to marry? Y'all really seriously sitting here pretending like I'm only mad because the other man is white? Y'all really sitting here thinking that I'm only mad because Venus's man is white? That's what y'all believe in my chat right now. Oh, girl. I ain't going to defend myself against that accusation. I am not going to defend myself against that accusation, girl. Period. Miss Mom Black Claire. Y'all forgot about my position. I don't tell women what to do. Marry whoever. You can go find a bum off. I don't like calling people. You can go find a man off the street who's experiencing homelessness. That is totally up to you. If you ask me, which none of y'all do, it's gonna be hypergamy every day, all day. I don't know what to tell you.
Part of the reason why Aiden Ross feels so comfortable doing that is because it's been codified by some black man. You can't have a conversation without talking about that. But right now, to me, the conversation with Wack, that didn't even work. It's like there are a lot of ways and places that you could criticize Wack. In this situation, Wack picked up the phone.
You want to go there? Sorry. Demons, they got you fighting for your life in the chat. Find your man at the bus stop. That's your dream. Period. That is your dream. Or you can go find an Italian man that is known to date richer women, richer older women. You can do that. Finish the thought that no dark-skinned black woman should marry down. What you're saying is 6-figure black woman shouldn't marry. Say it. No. I said if you cannot find a man on your level or above, being single is an option. Now, if you feel like you have to get, girl, don't let a Themis or a Toad stop you from marrying a man off the street. I look, if you need to be married and you cannot find someone in your tax bracket, you can go to someone who don't have a tax bracket, girl. You can go to someone who don't file taxes. Completely fine with me. I do not care about how you spend your time and who you love. Go find love wherever that may be, even if there's no finance involved. Go find. I've never told anyone on my channel what to do, ever. Like, what do you mean? Finish your thought. You're saying 6-figure black women shouldn't be married. What? I mean, production inquiry. When I drop the link, sometimes I wish you would come up so we can talk and argue, because it would. I feel like this would have been a great thing, and I hate that I'm interrupting this live stream to do this argument. But I do also want to. I do want to do this argument. Like I actually want to. You're gaslighting dark-skinned, high-earning women by shaming them for not finding a millionaire with more money than them. Girl, did I not tell you you can go marry someone off the street who don't got money? I don't file taxes. I told you to go find. How is it gaslighting? Are you saying black women who make money can't find a man who is worth? Yeah, I feel safety. Girl, if marriage is that serious to you, girl, you can go find them. Look, I've never stopped you from going to date bums. If you want to date a bum girl, it is fully up to you. Business transaction, I am with reduction inquiry. Thank you for being a member, Adrian, for 46 months. I appreciate that.
I talked to Glasses. It didn't even go that way. That's not even what happened. Glasses and Wack had a conversation. Wack wasn't even on it like that. I have no connection to Wack. Don't know Wack like that at all. No, in no way, shape, or form. Like in no way, shape, or form. In no way. I'm not about to defend nobody that I'm not defending him in any type of way. I'm not defending any of the guys that are alongside Aiden Ross. If we want to have a conversation.
Why are you shaming Venus then? I cannot shame Venus. I am not shaming Venus. I said I'm not celebrating Venus. She married down. I don't celebrate women who marry down. Like I'm very confused as to I don't celebrate women who marry down financially. I don't insult them. I don't drag them. I actually wish her well. I said if she's like, you know what, I'm rich, I just need a boy toy, period. Like, good for her. Hopefully she got a solid prenup. I do not celebrate women who marry down. I don't care. Like, people are like, oh my God, marriage, I'm a wife, I'm a husband. I'm gonna need to know what that marriage look like.
About black men and about the way we treat black women. Like I said before, I'm here for it. The conversation right now is about this white boy that called this woman a smelly bitch.
You can't talk.
And to me, what we
So production, you're gonna ignore the fact that that we were talking about Van Lathan saying that we need to celebrate black men more, and we were discussing this video and completely someone else. I'm pretty sure it was Ultimate Enigma, but I could be wrong. Someone in the chat asked me about it. You just go ignore that someone else asked me about this. You just go ignore that. Like it didn't just come out. Mind you, Ultimate already asked me about it. Ultimate was like, we can agree to disagree, and we've moved on. Not Production Inc. want to fight with me for no reason. Every single time I've made a comment about Venus Williams' husband, not her husband, it has been because someone brought it up. And I will continue to make my opinion be known as long as someone bring it up. Every single time. I will not be shamed into out of my position or voicing my position. I get that a lot of people feel hit because I get that a lot of women, black women in particular, have dated down and are currently dating down or marrying down. And that's unfortunate for you. I do actually feel for you because I understand the culture. It doesn't mean I'm going to celebrate your marriage. I'm not celebrating your marriage. It is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't doing it. I ain't going. Penelope has been a member for 21 months. Thank you so much.
End up doing in perpetuity, and I gotta be honest with the audience, man. I have to be honest with you guys. In the past, I haven't. I'm sick and fucking
Someone said, can I let her up? Actually, production, you are always here, and I know you mean well. I think you mean well. Here you go. That is for production inquiry. Come up, forward. I've already said what I needed about Van, so it is. Production, please go marry down and get your pockets wide and beautiful. You're gaslighting yourself to justify dating beneath your stature. Absolutely not coming up. All right. So production, please know that I do adore you. I know you've been here. I don't think you're trolling, but I'm just going to ignore you, though. When you bring up anything about Venus, I'm just going to go ahead and ignore you. You're highly disingenuous. I just dropped the link. I literally just dropped the link and you said you ain't coming up. Like you said you ain't coming up, girl. I don't know what to do now.
Tired of being a cultural whipping boy.
What?
Every single fucking time. I'm over that.
Why on earth would you put yourself in the same? I am talking about a particular.
I am a black man,
no,
and
but you're not all the same. You're not all the same.
In this situation right here, it is a black man that is coming to the defense.
Two things can be
Glasses
true.
Malone,
Two
Doechii.
things can be true. Two things can be true. Glasses is not. I literally just up Glasses. I literally just said every single word he said. Both things can be true.
Love, you spent a lot more time talking about the black man that
because
responsible
you have to
for
talk
Aiden
about
Ross
why Aiden. Why you have to talk
Doechii.
about why is Glasses talking about this? Who is Glasses talking about? Why is he talking about this person? Why does this person like this? The fact that you are even putting yourself in a bucket, I'm not generalizing black men, I'm talking about a particular type of black man.
Right.
You have to be able to separate it. If you were talking about a particular type, I'm not saying y'all are all.
Say it, finish the sentence.
If you were talking about a particular type of black woman, I wouldn't necessarily, I don't think that I'm like that. The fact that you're turning this into a black man, black woman thing, you can't talk about Aiden Ross without talking about that he has been empowered by a particular group of black men. That ain't you. That's not Glasses. That's why Glasses stood on business and talked about it in this way.
I appreciate that. Give me the specific type of black woman that I could talk about.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta.
Why you say you don't know? You should have said, why do you want to disrespect black women? Why do you want to talk about black women? Why? That's what you should have asked him. Because it is absolutely insane. It seems like Van has hatred towards black women based on this interaction. I'm not saying he does, but it seemed like he does based on this interaction because it feels like there's an animosity here that he hasn't fully dealt with about black women, maybe even calling out black men generally. It's weird to say, oh, give me something that I can critique black women about. What? I mean, you can't just like run that off the top of your head. Like, it's not like she's there thinking of that's weird. That's weird behavior.
Sit and think about an example of how I wouldn't be.
Because that's not true.
Okay, Van, I don't want to turn it into this. For a second, because I'm just going to let you talk.
Because that's not true. What you just said, give me the specific type of black.
Maybe I need a co-host that's like completely different from me, because this would not piss me off at all. I would be very happy to go back and forth. I would be very happy to go back and forth with another person about this. I'm not about to sit here and have you play in my face. No, we're going to talk about it. But I think Rachel seems tired. Rachel seems exhausted, and I feel bad for her. I do feel bad for her. She's not the fighter. She's not the fighter, unfortunately. She's letting him talk over her.
Black woman that I can hold up to criticism and say black woman.
Okay,
give me the specific type of black woman.
Okay, well, we talked about on this podcast. I'm not a black woman who's going to glorify whiteness. There are black women who do that. And if you said that, I wouldn't say you're talking about me, because I know that's not me.
But you know what though? I wouldn't do that. So the reality,
we wouldn't be having a topic, and you wouldn't say that there are Black women who do this. We literally kind of had
hold on.
I didn't remember she did this, but apparently, Rachel just called out the Black women who glorify whiteness and say, regardless of how much money the man has, once he's white, you should date him. So Rachel is doing the calling out for me, production inquiry. Oh, you play too much. Can pay the light bill as well. Production, please go marry down and get your packets right in peace. You're gaslighting yourself to justify dating beneath. I read this.
Hold on. Wait a second. If I'm talking about a Black woman that holds up whiteness, I'm saying Candace Owens, and I'm saying only Candace Owens, right? Let me finish this. I'm saying, and I apologize to the listeners for cutting Rachel off. If I'm talking about a Black woman that upholds whiteness, I'm saying Candace Owens.
Oh, I'm sorry to the listeners for cutting Rachel off. Is this I don't watch their podcast a lot. I used to care, but now I don't. Does he just cut her off a lot? Because apparently that's the thing that he's responding to. Does he just cut her off a lot? Got it. Cool. Okay, Rachel, girl, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. But you do look like Candace Owens, just like you look like you and Candace Owens would come from the same tribe, kinda. Like, am I wrong? Girl, please don't be mad, my fellow. Look, it is what it is, girl. Candace cute, you cute. It is what it is.
And I'm talking about Candace Owens. I'm saying Sage Steele, and I'm talking about Sage Steele. I'm saying Dashiki Lady, and I'm talking about her, and I'm being specific in my criticism about her. And I'm not gonna say, hey, we need to talk about these Black women that go around because if I wanted to talk about it, Omarosa, Diamond and Silk, like whoever, a litany of them.
You would name them.
Like a litany of them. I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna talk about them. I am not going to connect any of what they got.
God, this man talking about nothing. Hey, Themis, Ben is taking this personally because he used to work with TMC and he's guilty of doing what Rachel is accusing other Black men of doing. Wait, is that what is happening? Because he was really mad. Like, he took this real personal. Like, it felt, thank you, by the way, Alyssa, I appreciate that. It felt like he was just out here being dragged by what Rachel was saying, and I'm like confused as to why he would feel so personally offended. That is wild. Oh, Harvey is the guy who I get it now. I appreciate that. I get it. I get why he feels like one of the Black men who have allowed white people to do some crazy stuff. Yeah, got it.
Going on to being Black ladies, because the moment that you do that, the conversation is going to fall apart. Now, let me say this.
I totally listed off Black men, but keep going.
Let me say this. What do I understand that there is a difference here? That there is a difference when having this conversation in the frustration that Black women feel with Black men. I do. I completely understand it. I do. You didn't say rappers. You didn't say streamers. You said the other Black men. And guess what? I did too. I said
Young Thug. I said Kodak. I said...
Rachel, do not explain yourself to this man. The fact that his brain just short circuit is him realizing he's wrong. His brain just short circuit meant he know he was wrong. When he's wrong. That wanted the not all disclaimer for yeah. Themis, you wrong. Don't do Rachel like that. I'm not doing like that. I think they're both beautiful women. One of them just real terrible, and Rachel cute. It is what it is. They're both beautiful women. She just looked like she looked like a lighter version of Candace Owens. It is what it is. Should I pull up Candace Owens' picture? I'm not going to do it.
Antonio Brown.
But-
I said Drake. I said the black
I
man
know.
sitting next to him.
I know, but like this conversation, and we can run it back or look at it or whatever. You're talking. We have to talk about the black man. We always have to talk about the black man, even in this situation where a black man is the hero of the story. It's important.
Yeah, a black man is the hero, and also a couple black men are villains in the same story. Like I just wait, like so you want to tell a story and the narrative without the villains in the story. Just focus on the one protagonist. Just focus on the one protagonist and do not engage with how Aiden came to be in the black community. That's what you want. That's what you want us to do, girl. That's it. Right. Because she was very specific. Rachel was very specific.
Understand that the main takeaway is that black men are responsible for this. And look, I'm sorry. I apologize to the audience. I do. I culturally think with a collectivist mindset. I shouldn't. Culturally, I think with a collectivist mindset.
Culturally, I think with a collectivist mindset. God, ain't nobody ask you none of that. You heard that these black men who are toxic were defending Aiden and they should be dragged. And for some reason that triggered you. That's not collective mindset. That is you caping for degenerate people. Like
mindset. I think if you say something and then you say black women, I go, wait a minute. If you say something and you say black fathers, I go, wait a minute. The only time that wait a minute is improper is when you're talking about black men. And then I'm just supposed to go, as much as I've done it and as much as we all have to do it, we have to take stock. I'm supposed to go, yeah, they're not talking about me. It's hard to do. I apologize to the audience. I apologize to Rachel. I don't mean to be overbearing. It's hard. It's hard to do, especially in this situation right here.
you want to know something? I am a softie. So this apology would have worked on me. Rachel don't care nothing about none of that. Rachel is like, girl, I ain't told a lie. You can be upset all you want. I would just give you like absolutely no energy. The fact that she doesn't care, it's so sad because, like, for me, like, I'm a softie. As soon as someone apologizes, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, right? But she's just standing there. She's like, girl, I said what I said, and you just fighting with yourself at this point because there's nothing tough enough for you. I should. Because I'm ready to move. I'm ready to like move on in a minute. Depending on what it is.
I've acquiesced to that. I understand the criticism, but like the black man is the hero of the story if you call this being a hero. And it's
well, because we just don't talk about because we go in depth when we talk about conversations. You can't just say glasses fired back and that was so great. We get into the who, what, when, where, and why. And the why of Aiden Ross exists because particular people have made him feel empowered. Now, I offered a list of people. I am unaware of another gender that has been there. And there may have been. I don't watch Aiden Ross. But when I did my research, that's all I could find. And so I'm just saying there's a particular type of person that allows this, and it's a shame. It's a shame. But yes, thankful, which I started off with talking about it. But the why to me is the important part of this story. And that's why I spent more time talking about that than I did just with glasses firing back.
So let me ask you this. This is insecurity jumped out of me. And that's
we
okay.
did reference a couple of podcasts ago about what we get defensive about.
I get defensive over,
and I said black men, and you were like, yeah.
I get
Like, yeah.
defensive over people's needless and endless, endless need to just kick niggas whenever they can.
But I wish.
Okay, but that's not what she was doing. This is a legitimate critique that was not even just tangentially, but directly related to what was happening. So if you get triggered by a discussion around black manhood, sounds like a problem for you, girl. So like you don't even go look up stats at this point. That sounds like a personal problem. But when a black woman is sitting there telling you that black men have allowed this man to run amok for the better part of a year and did absolutely nothing about it, that you're going to have to sit with. If you think with a collective mindset, then you should not have a problem with talking about the collective of the black men around him, allowing him to be in the space, disrespecting black women. Are you a collectivist or not? Because it sounds like he's like, oh, I think with a collectivist mindset. But as soon as you talk about the collective in a negative way, he's like, no, that's them over there. You have to be specific. So you're not that collectivist, are you? You're only collectivist in defense of, not in claiming the blame or accountability. So you're not a collectivist. And that's fine if you're not. But don't say you are in an effort to defend the collective when you don't take the blame for the collective. White women fear black women. White men do not fear white men. 2026. Like, it's insane.
She would have realized that that's not what I was doing.
Rachel, I love you.
If you, then you just don't get. If you think that my rant had anything to do with attacking black men in the community,
can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question. Give me what you think is a substantive critique of black women.
Why? Why would you want that? Why are we doing this? Now you want to do a gender war. You want to sit up there and do a gender war foolishness when right now it's about the fact that black men allowed this white man into the community to disrespect black women and protected him for over a year. Give me a substantive critique of black women. Why? We are literally having a podcast right now about defending black women, and you are telling this black woman to critique black womanhood. And the fact that she's going to sit here and try to think about it and give one is absolutely insane. Like, it's insane. I understand. I'm not even mad at her, right? I understand why she does it, because she wants to seem fear, but seeming fear will be the death of you. I promise you that. Sitting there trying to be fear to people who do not care about you and have an animosity towards you is actually insane. Why, in a conversation about black men standing up, a black man standing up and protecting a black woman, would you ask another black woman to critique black women generally? Why would you do that? Themis, read the comments. Need a break from him, please. Here's the thing. Oh, the comments here, good. Because I was gonna say the last time I went into these comments in my chat, I was fighting with my chat. Y'all decided that today was the day and I was gonna get dragged. That's what y'all decided today. Sitting up here, I have to make a video. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what my video. My next Tuesday morning take is going to be how I had to fight with my chat because they wanted to date down, and I was trying to tell them they don't have to date down. And then my chat wanted to fight me and wanted to fire me and hire a new person to do to do the live streams because they didn't like the fact that I say black women should not date down. I kid. Girl, you missed it. They dragged me. They dragged me for filth. They told me that I don't know anything. I don't. They said I don't know anything because I'm not a black woman, and that black women have to marry down, and sometimes you have to go outside and pick the first man you see when you're rich. I apologize to the viewers for cutting Rachel off. How about also apologizing to Rachel? Van needs to apologize at the beginning of the next pod and acknowledge that black men around Aiden should check him. If they did so, then no one would need to check Aiden. As a black man myself, I feel like Rachel is completely right on the Aiden Ross topic. I don't know what Van is going through, but it's ugly. I give Rachel kudos for being a trooper. I don't like this comment. I do not like this comment. Do not give credit to women for being a trooper when it comes to men being really disrespectful to them. Ain't no credit there. Just drag the man and move on. Because I think a lot of women take this credit, right? A lot of men give credit for this, and women take this credit and pretend like, oh, they're God's strongest warrior, and there's some kind of benefit from being around and staying around people who are disgusting. No, he lash out back on him. Ain't nobody got time. If you're on a podcast, don't sit there and be a trooper. Do not sit on a podcast and be a trooper. Do not do that. Ain't no credit for being no trooper, girl. Ain't nobody got time. Eve, Melody, blah, 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 are the only unambiguous black women I know of who have married top tier 1%, period. So go forward, production inquiry, and go marry down. Go ahead. Go for it. Production inquiry, do not let me stop you. Do not let a dusty Themis or a dusty Thoth ever stop you from marrying the love of your dreams. Do not let that happen. Mm-mm. Jacob, girl, you want to come up? Jacob, drop a one if you want to come up and drag me to my face. Drop a one if you want to come up and drag me to my face, Jacob. No. Yeah, no. Rachel handled it gracefully. Let's be very clear. Rachel handled it gracefully. I'm saying I do not like when people call women trooper for sitting there when someone is playing in their face. I don't like it. And I don't like it specifically because women take this as some kind of credit or as if it's good and they should be long suffering for the admiration of other people. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, no. She did. She handled it great. Like, yeah. Stop attacking black women dating choices, Themis. What are you doing? You're being ridiculous. Jacob, girl, if you don't want to come up, I'm going to leave you alone. Yeah, I know he's one of them trolls.
I'm not doing this right now. First off, we actually have to go because I have another podcast coming up.
Okay, but can I ask you a question? Just I want you to think about that. I want you to think about a substantive critique that I can make about all black women that holds any weight in any way.
I don't think you can make a generalized critique about any group of people all at once. But I can be, there are certain things within
Not
black
all black
women, the
women.
computing. Okay, yes, your question was presented to me to make a critique about all black women.
Right.
If I'm going to make a critique, I think that if a lot of times, and I see this within my own friend groups and stuff, or maybe stuff I see online, that they are too critical and have certain standards or double standards, I should say, when it comes to men. And I call that out. And we talked about some of that stuff on this podcast.
Okay, so now why Rachel lying? Black women are currently in my chat arguing that they should date down. What standards? When it comes, the fact that Rachel out here lying is wild to me. Black women are marrying down and defending their choices to marry down. They're currently in my chat. Black women are currently in my chat fighting me to marry down. Mind you, they're fighting me to marry down when I never told them not to marry down. Like, I never. Team is too black. Team is so true. Thank you. More importantly, yes, I kind of see what you mean now, Team. She does favor Candace. Period. Thank you. Thank you.
It was a story almost that we were going to do today. Well, I mean, that was not a black woman, but I've seen.
Yeah. You know what I like about this comment? Let me tell you what I like about this comment. This comment is an attempt at being intellectual. This comment is an attempt at reframing in a way that would turn women against me, right? And I like it because it almost seems intelligent. Like it's like almost intelligent, but like anyone can see through it, right? It's a weird attempt at triangulation, but like you can tell that the person who did this, if they like thought more deeply, maybe go to school, like that they could have done something more useful in this comment that would be better. Like it almost did, like it almost scratched the itch that I think some women want to feel to say females don't like black women or whatever, right? It almost had it, but then it's like, anyone can see through this attempt at triangulation. So like, I want to give you props, but it's still like, it's like low IQ, but like on the higher end of the low IQ. I don't know. I want to like it, but I don't. Like I want to like, you almost did it, but nah. Your tactic is to shift the narrative to personal attack of the dissenting women in your chat. Oh, I told you to come up production inquiry and you said you're not coming up, and it just is what it is. Like I don't know how to respond to you because I don't fully know what you're saying. Your messages are coming in choppy, so I don't know what you're actually saying. So I would give you the link to come up. I've given you the link multiple times. Let me give you another time. And all times you said you would not come up, so I actually have no clue what you're talking about. But here you go again.
The similar things in with black women. Of course, I critique black women, but and you know what? And that's why if you ever look at the comments on our audio, because of the way you you
critique black women that are on
the way that you just scoffed at me is why there's so many people who think I hate black. No, I don't just do coons.
Okay.
I don't just do. And that's why there's this perception on this podcast that I am so hypercritical of black men. When you just took a conversation about Aiden Ross, where I particularly talked about a certain type of black man and made it seem like I'm criticizing all black men, where if you go back and you listen to this segment, that is exactly what I did not do. I did not even do that. Yeah. But it's okay. If people are going to think what they think. I hate black men.
I didn't say that you...
I can't. I'm so critical. I can't stand that you hate black men.
And I'm not making a specific criticism.
So critical.
Wait a second.
Let's scoff at it.
The reason
I
why
only talk about
The fact is, Van does not respect Rachel. It is that simple. The woman talk, he's interrupting her. Instead of like apologizing to her for interrupting her, he's apologizing to the chat who called him out, never acknowledge her at all. And then he's scoffing whenever she's talking. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. And you don't, the thing is, it's not like he's scoffing because what she's saying is dumb. He's just annoyed, but he cannot explain himself at all. Like he literally does not have a position at all. He does not have a position to argue. Ah. Rachel pays money to a white man. She's bitter. No black man should take her commentary seriously. In one ear, out the other. Go pay that white man. Girl, sorry, please get hooked on phonics. I think this behavior is bad. Basically means you hate all black men. Come on. Right. Right. Like she's pointing out specific behavior and he's mad. Anyway, I have 5 more minutes. Let's see what they do.
coons.
The reason why, if we
which
talking
is a word we even said we aren't going to use on this
hold
podcast
on. If
anymore.
we're talking about a black woman, if we're making a critique of a black woman, if we're critiquing a black woman, that is a black woman that is in anti-blackness. That is like on this podcast right now. Do you know how many people have?
Next podcast, I'm gonna come up with a list of black women that I have critiqued that were not coons.
Like
coons.
On this podcast right now, do you know how animated people got because I criticized the Texas politician, Jasmine Crockett? Because I didn't even criticize her. I just talked.
You saying the audience?
Yeah, just how many people were uncomfortable with me criticizing a Texas politician, one that I've vehemently defended in the past? But let that would have been.
Wait, why is he whining and like I don't understand? Like, why are you mad that the men around Aiden is being called out? Black men around Aiden is being called out. Why exactly are you mad? Like, I'm so confused as to why you're upset. His ego is the problem. He said he was emotional and he was about to retract what he said and explain it away. And then Rachel said, yeah, because you said when it comes to black men, that's something that triggers you. And instead of saying, yeah, you were correct and I was wrong and continue with why he was wrong, he then doubled down and then reframed the conversation in this weird way where he's now asking her to say things that are negative about black women. And it's like, wait, what? Like, why would you do that? Like, he was literally saying, yeah, I was emotional. I shouldn't have done that. And then Rachel stepped in and said, yeah, because you said on one of the podcasts that talking about black men is something that triggers you. But instead of like continue down the apology route, he just retracted and like went somewhere else. And I'm like, got time, girl. Yeah, he wants to even the score. I think this is DJ, but I don't remember your new thing. I think this is DJ. Drop a 1 if you're a DJ.
When some seers or anybody that we think is connected to anti-blackness, and then we're talking about it. By the way, I'm not going to say that you haven't criticized black women.
Oh no, I'm gonna have a list because you said it. I only do coons.
But what I will say is black women.
Whoever cut his mic, thank you. I'm just going to say, whoever cut his mic, thank you very much. Because I don't know what he's talking to. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know who he's talking to, but whoever cut his mic, girl, I appreciate you. Let him continue to talk through that microwave.
As a whole, like, this is what's wrong with black women. This is what we don't like about black women, which I don't really have any things that really come to mind, just to be real with you. It's like,
Now, why would you want to hear this is what's wrong with black women? Why would that tickle your fancy? Why? Like, I just don't understand. Why would that tickle your fancy? My matcha is done. People are like, oh my God, men who drink matcha, they're just being performative. Girl, have you ever had a matcha lemonade, girl? That's the best. I don't know why people do that.
I get it. Everybody blame the last segment on me. Like, it's too much. I just looked at a story where the black man is the hero, and it all comes back to how fucked up we are.
When a black man is the hero, it comes back to how messed up we are. There are other black men in that story. Like the story of Aiden is a story of how black men allowed him into the culture, and he's in the culture disrespecting black women while black men stand around him and do nothing until a black man, the hero, comes along in the form of glasses and checked him. Like you don't have the story without the men who are around him. Like even Glasses says that he will be checking the black men around Aiden if he can't get to Aiden. Like, what do you mean? We saw DJ Academics give us a full-throated defense. DJ Academics gave us a deep-throated defense of Aiden. Like, I'm confused.
I don't know, guys.
Told y'all it gets wonky after 2 hours.
I don't know, guys. I'm just getting.
Period. The microphone has been cut.
You're supposed to not compare. You're supposed to realize
The fact that only his microphone is cut means absolutely that a producer in the back was like, boy, absolutely not. Yeah, I can take credit for another man's work. Right? Wait, it's not deep throated. What is it? What is the saying? I thought it was a deep throated defense. Is it just a full throated defense? Let me look this up. You know me and these saying girls, I be messing them up every day. Let me see. Deep throated defense. Girl, that's not a thing. They said a deep throated defense might refer to as a defense in depth. Wait. Wait, so I've been saying deep throated. Wait, so I've been saying deep throated. I've been saying a deep throat. Y'all ain't right. So y'all really had me out here saying a deep throated. Y'all truly had me out here saying, you said what you said. Right. I have said deep throated on here at least 15 million times since I came on YouTube. I've been saying a deep throated defense since I came on YouTube. Since I came on YouTube, I've been saying it. It's time for me to go. I have to go reflect on what I've been saying.
that you're different. The fact that you somehow you listened to what I said and inserted yourself in it, made it about that as if it was connected to you, is beyond me. You're nothing like those people. Nothing like them. You're like a Glasses, but and that's why I say two things can be true. Like I would be curious if Glasses would listen to the take that I just gave and would have had the same outcome as you. I would be curious about that because I think it was so obvious that I was talking about a particular type of person, a particular type of Black man, because you're not all the same. But so if you're asking me, it's back.
No, it's not a Jamaican saying. I thought I was doing an American saying. The way I be messing these idioms up, it ain't funny. Can we talk about Pookie and Ray Ray being the protectors, but nice guys are good guys, showing they don't have a plan or leader ability to protect on camera? Girl, this the problem right here. This is the problem right here. Because for so long, this man was running amok until people would call a Pookie and a Ray Ray. Who he said he's a gangster and he's been to prison. He's the one who stepped up. He's the one who stepped up. Yeah, that's a stream on its own. That is a stream on its own.
To your question of what would you have done, it just baffles my mind that somehow you thought that you would compare yourself to that.
Can I be real with you? Truly the last thing. I don't look, when I say a collectivist mindset as it comes to that, I look at that the same way we look at the criticism of Doechii or other Black women. I look at it as, should I say, criticism of Doechii and saying that she's fat and ugly and low IQ is a criticism of Black women. I take the individual criticism of her, which he said, because Aiden Ross never said all Black women. Donald Trump never said all Black women. We're talking about a Black woman and how I feel about the entire population of Black women. You
when Pookie and Ray Ray are crazy enough to protect you because they're willing to off each other, but sometimes they are willing to off you too. Mixed bag. Truer words have not been spoken. Truer words have not been spoken. His take right here is dumb. This take right here is actually dumb. He's talking about and presenting this as if in the conversation about Doechii and the disrespect of Doechii by this man, that you cannot critique the Black man allowing this white guy to disrespect Doechii while they're around him and hanging with him, as if critiquing those men who are sellouts is a critique of all Black men. If it is, so be it. If it is, so be it. That is a wild take. And he dumb for it. He's dumb for that. Like, that's stupid. There's a stupid take. This is a stupid take. It is dumb.
Didn't talk to a Black woman like that, because when you talk to a Black woman like that, I feel that disrespect for all of Black women.
So you should not talk about the men who are around Doechii allowing this white man, the men who are around Aiden, allowing Aiden to speak disrespectfully of Doechii. Because if you talk about the Black men who allow Aiden to disrespect Doechii, you're talking about every Black man in his mind. What? So he doesn't understand the context around the kinds of disrespect aimed at Doechii that were specifically racial. So he doesn't understand even why Glasses is mad. He does not understand why Glasses is mad. To say this is to not understand why Glasses not only said he wanted to check Aiden, but that if he couldn't get to Aiden, he would check the other men around Aiden that allow Aiden to do what he's doing. You didn't understand none of that. Got it. Cool. And Tokyo, that's why it's dumb. Talking about why is it dumb.
I don't know why, but when he says that, I feel like he's talking about my mama. I feel like he's talking about my sister. I feel like he's talking about you. I feel like he's talking about Kalika. I feel like he's talking about everyone. That's the way they do. The same reason why when Trump says that Jasmine Crockett is low IQ, I go, Well, what do you mean? Why would she be low IQ? Why is she low IQ? That makes me go, you're saying black women are low IQ. So I take an individual and I make a collectivist response to it, just like I take a collectivist response and make it into an individual thing.
So which part of what I said that you made that, oh, she's talking about?
Not necessarily me, but to talk about black men. If we're talking about a certain type of man, if we're talking, look, you're
He's saying nothing. I love that she pushed back. I absolutely adore that she just pushed back. He cannot answer her question. He cannot answer. What I just said is essentially the question she just asked. He can't defend it. He cannot defend it. No, I don't think he's dumb. Let me be very clear. This take is dumb. But he didn't say anything before glasses. Correct.
You are well within your rights to say what you said. But what I'm saying is, I had an emotional human response to what I feel like, I'm just going to be honest with y'all, is getting out of control. I'm with my brothers. I'm collecting them. We talking. But I'm getting fucking sick of it.
Girl, what are you sick of? What this man talking about right now? Rachel specifically pointed out the kind of men she's talking to, named them, and told us they're the men who are surrounding Aiden. I'm not sure. I don't understand why he being emotional right now. I am tired. I am sick and tired of you calling. Girl, shut up. Ain't nobody got time for that. Please. Please. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, someone said he must have came across Lindsay ran. How much you want to bet history? Yeah, it felt like he probably ran across. Because like I'm trying to figure out why he's going off on Rachel and Rachel's opinion. That was his opinion initially, and it is the opinion of glasses. Like I don't understand why he mad now. Just throwing a whole tantrum. What they call it now, a mantrum. They said men don't throw tantrum, they throw mantrum. I like by the way, ain't nobody said that but me. I wrote it in a poem and then I decided not to release it because who would sit up there and say mantrum? I'm actually going to use mantrum now. Girl, I wish I had merch. Mantrum would be a good merch on a hat.
I do all the talks with my brilliant, beautiful sisters, all of you guys who are so articulate and so knowledgeable and so direct about your criticisms of us. I hear it all. But god damn, like I'm just being real. And I'm wrong. Like I'm wrong.
But he knows he's wrong. He actually believes this. He is wrong, but he's like, look, I can't logic my way out of this. I cannot argue my way out of this, so I'm going to feel my way out of it. He said, I'm going to feel my way out of it. I am wrong. I know what I'm saying is wrong. I cannot defend what I'm saying, but guys, I feel it in my bones. I just know. Like sorry, I was about to say something and do something now that I can't because that's bad. But like, girl, then why are you talking? Team is trademark mantrum. I should.
Shit, man. This is getting to be a lot.
This is not what happened here, but okay.
Okay. I mean, whatever.
It's not what happened here. I mean, you literally were talking earlier about getting in.
Did you just change hysterical to hysterical? You're out of pocket, Ruby. Ruby, you're out of pocket. You're out of pocket. You're out of pocket. But let me save it though. I'm gonna still save this because girl, period. But also, you're out of pocket. Don't let me saving it mean you think you're not out of pocket.
People you're having conversations with asses, which I was black men, black women. Who was it? Whoever you were talking,
What are you talking
we were
about?
about to go on a whole emotional rant. You were like, I'm emoting, I'm going to stop, about conversations that you're having about people.
Oh, that was black women and black men, because a lot of the black women that I know are increasingly becoming conservative themselves. Like, don't get me wrong. And
so now you're going to be listening up there and try to convince us that black women are increasingly becoming conservative. Literally, there is no other group on planet Earth that vote in the way that black women vote. Consistent. Just hanging out. Someone said Bourbon Bougie was in here. Hey, Bourbon Bougie. I didn't see your comment, but I'm looking to see if you're in here to say hello to you, but I cannot find you. I don't know if they were lying to me, but hey. I don't see your comment, so I'm just assuming they're lying. The fact that this man is sitting up here trying to convince us that black women are becoming mind you, more black men are becoming Republican than black women. Like, I don't much. Van girl, hang it up. Hang it up. Because now if you remind him that more black men are becoming more conservative than black women, he's going to be like, no, see, that's the bad. Y'all want to start this gender war. And it's like, girl.
in the grand scheme of black ladies, there's almost no conservatism and not very much anti-blackness at all, like very small percent. But I know black ladies who, some of this stuff comes from like the far left black ladies that I know that challenge me on every single thing that I'm on the phone with.
So he realized, oh wait, black women aren't becoming conservative midway through his rant, and then he started switching to talk about far left and far right. That's weird. So in the middle of your sentence about how black women are becoming more conservative, you corrected yourself and then just pivoted without acknowledging that you were wrong. That's wild. That's wild. So now you're back to far left. Maya Angelou said during the civil rights era, her husband said, never ask a respectable black to help because they have more to lose. I ain't heard this, but it makes sense. One of the toughest things for me was coming online because everyone was like, oh my God, don't do it. You won't be able to I was going to say, you ain't going to go full-throated online. Let me remind full-throated. You ain't going to go deep-throated online as well.
Challenge me about race essentialism, that challenge me about being too into identity politics, that challenge me about letting go from that. Sometimes I
thank you, Fly Style.
Have to reorient them, because I'm talking about people that are already all the way to the left, almost communist. I have to reorient them about why I sometimes essentialize race, why I have these conversations, all different types of shit. I have conversations with all types of people. But I tell you one thing that a lot of them women agree on.
That is oscillating like a full-blown yo-yo, swinging to the girl. This man hasn't said anything in all that blabbery that he's been doing just now. Just let me not say that, but just not giving anything. I didn't realize my language could become so crass when I'm thinking, and I have to like prevent myself from finishing my sentences now. That's wild. I'm gonna blame Kilo and talking to Kilo, because a lot of the times when I'm about to say something, I hear Kilo voice saying it first, and that's the problem. Yeah, no, because he was about to say black women are becoming more conservative and explain how that's the problem. And then he realized they're not really. And then he was like, oh, I'm not just getting attacked there. I'm also getting attacked from the far left. But they did make sense in the context of the conversation. So it just seems very disjointed, right? It seems very disjointed.
They agree that niggas ain't shit. And when we have a conversation on this podcast, be it about the Venus Williams thing, bunch of calls. When we have conversations about this on this podcast.
Yeah, that's fine. That's that podcast. You're responding to Rachel specifically and what Rachel said. You don't get to shoehorn all of the podcast into what Rachel just said. That was legitimate, that you don't have a critique for. So instead of critiquing what Rachel said and the fact that you became emotional over it and started throwing a tantrum, you decide to put onto Rachel everything that you've experienced with women so that you could attack that instead of what she actually said. That is not right. Keela helped you open your throat chakra.
About all of this stuff, what they all want to talk about is their issues, problems, and narratives around the declining quality of Black men. And I guess I'm supposed to be like, yeah, that's cool, or accept that criticism with absolutely no pushback or even.
Mind you, what he's looking for, and I'm glad she's not giving it, because a person like me would give it. Like, I do need to toughen up, because I'd be like, I am so sorry. While I know that I'm right, I can acknowledge your emotion and your feelings, and then I would be there talking about a dusty feeling, right? Like, nobody got time for that. But like, the fact that she stood firm in her position, I commend that, because even I couldn't do this. As soon as someone say, I am hurting you, like if we're arguing, we go argue till thy kingdom come. But if for 1 minute you step out of the argument and say, I feel this way, I'm going to engage in your feeling. I hate it. I think it's manipulative, but I will. But please note, as soon as you go back to the argument, I'm right back to the argument. But I will acknowledge your feelings. Yeah, no, he is being manipulative, and it would have worked on me. But as soon as he deviated back to the argument, we would be fighting again.
No distaste. That's probably what I'm supposed to do, but it's just getting harder.
Demas, have you seen Tashina Arnold interview Gaslight? Yes, I'm going to discuss it on Friday. I think Chrissy also made a video. I said I would watch it yesterday, but I didn't. I'm going to watch it today. No, it's not even empathy. Because mind you, I will acknowledge your feelings in the moment, and we can talk about your feelings. The minute you even use your feelings to get back to the argument, oh, we're on again. But if you can stay away from the argument, I can stay away from the argument too. But people are like, oh, no. People will tell me, like, it feels like you don't care about my feelings. No, I do. And we will stop and talk about your feelings. But you don't get to use your feelings and then still make an argument. You don't get to do that. We can focus on your feelings and then separately address the argument. But if we're doing both, oh, absolutely not.
We're just different. I mean, I'm listening to you have this conversation. You're having a conversation about you're constantly talking to Black women who are talking about the decline of Black men. And I listen to you and I'm like, okay, yeah, you are. But in no way in my mind am I like offended even that you say that, because I'm just like, okay, there are women who feel that way.
Because it wasn't a critique.
Well, you're upset that you're constantly hearing this from women, from Black women.
It wasn't a critique of them as Black women. It was
Black women are constantly saying Black men ain't shit. That's a critique.
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, number one,
but in my mind, I'm like, I don't think I'm that woman, so I'm not offended by that.
It wasn't a critique. It was. I said, number one, I understand it. I said, it's just.
You can understand something that is a critique. It was a critique. What do you mean? Like, not see, I'm 5 minutes over. Oh, I am not 5 minutes over. I am way over the allotted time. And I need to go to the gym. My skincare routine at night now takes like an hour at least with the mask to suck all of the disgusting filth out of my face. I have to go. Let me hurry up and play this, but I do have to go.
It's a lot for me to take. It's not a critique.
Okay.
It's not a critique. It's not a critique. A critique would me to say, I'm sick and tired of this is how Black women are. This is what Black women allow to have happen. This is what I'm not, I don't know. That's not a critique. That was an observation on the.
It is a critique. Did you go to the gym yesterday? No. I didn't. Keela called me and said, please don't go to the... Keela go and see this and be mad at me. Keela told me to not go to the gym because I needed to rest. So do not let Keela call y'all blackmail worshipers because she's sure to... She sure told me that I could rest yesterday. She said I could rest. I hope she's not watching. I hope she's not watching.
Fact that this is getting a lot. All right, cool. Look,
Okay.
I'm just being for real. Like I'm not critiquing it. I'm noting that is a thing.
Semantics.
What did I say? Did I say that they were wrong?
It doesn't matter. It's a we're getting in the weeds of it. It's getting. We should just let this go.
No. Seriously, I'm not critiquing them. I'm not saying that they are wrong to do it, and I'm not in any way assigning some sort of collective deficit to them. I said they have reasons to do it, but on my side, it's just a lot to take all the time. And I said I've been doing it, and I've all.
All right. Ain't nobody got no time. Let's go into the after show. I'll tell you some of my skincare routine and then go. All right. Bye. All right. So I've been doing extractions, but ultimately the reason, particularly around here, that is not all the way messed up is because I did laser hair removal. That's it. That's the secret. So if you're a woman, usually you don't have that problem. I do. So that's essentially it. Also, I use Centella. I have this collagen mask that is supposed to be overnight, and actually, that's probably one of the. I don't remember the name of the brand, but that's the newest thing that I started to use. And immediately after I started using it, everyone has been telling me that my skin looks softer. Snail mucin is something that I use, and I use a ton of sunblock. I could just run and go get all my serums. I can't actually name them off the top of my head. I thought I could, but yeah, no. Yeah. I lasered everything around here. Here is gone. It was lasered off, absolutely. And I do microdermabrasion like once every month and a half, 2 months. Red light therapy every night. The red light that I use is actually kind of slightly expensive, but once you have it, you don't have to rebuy it, and you don't have to go to like a red light therapy salon to get it. So like I do it for 30 minutes every night. Yeah. No, it's a whole thing. Like I go through a whole process at night. It takes an hour to get ready for bed after I brush my teeth. But yeah. All right. Have a good night. And also drink a lot of water. Go to the gym. I'm always drinking water. Every time I'm on live, I'm drinking water. I'm always drinking water. So I'm gonna go to the gym and then I'm gonna come back. People are asking me the brands. I don't know their names. I will get a list. If something happens and I come live tomorrow, I will have a list for you. If I go live Friday, when I go live Friday, I will have a list for you. I will give you all the list of everything that I use. Yeah. Cool. I do extractions too, though. So there is that. So I go to get like things extracted from my face. I don't know. I feel like that's probably one of the bigger things. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I just felt like an influencer. I'm just really bad at it because I don't remember any of the names of the brands, even though I'm looking at them. Like I can see them in my head. I don't remember. The name is just blurry. Face steaming. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore to open my pores. Are you spoiling us this week? Yes. I will not be live next Friday. This Friday I'm gonna be live, but I will have a pre-record for you all next Friday. Because next Friday I'll be out of town zipping it and zoing it. And I might go live from where I am just to chat with y'all. So please let me know. Drop a 1 if I can private the video from yesterday now. I'm assuming everyone has already watched it. Drop a 1 if I can private it. Drop a 2 if you still need to watch. I just need to see something real quick before I go. So I did a live stream yesterday on the Aiden Ross thing. Drop a 1 if I can make it members only. And then drop a 2 if I can, like. All right. You guys got another day. You have another day tomorrow. After tomorrow, it's gonna go. After tomorrow, it's gonna go. All right. And Robin, thank you so much for keeping me on track. I apologize for not following through by leaving. I'm 30 minutes over, but I will count that against another live stream, which will be an hour. All right. Bye.